Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for October 25th of 2025 is titled Webb's Rho Ophiuchi. So what do we see here? Well, here we see a star-forming region, in fact the closest star-forming region to our solar system. This is part of the Rho Ophiuchi molecular cloud complex, and we're seeing only a very small region of it here, about a light year across. So if we think about that around us, there is no star within 1 light year, and in fact the nearest star is at least 4 light years away. So within this region, we can see about 50 young stars that are in the process of formation or have recently formed from this molecular cloud. And that allows us to study up close the type of star formation that is going on. Now, the Webb telescope images primarily in the infrared part of the spectrum, which allows it to study star formation in much greater detail. A lot of star-forming regions are clouded in dust, and visible light does not penetrate dust very well. So the longer wavelengths of infrared of the Webb Space Telescope allow us a view inside some of these star-forming regions. And in fact, as you can see, these stars will have the distinct diffraction pattern associated with the Webb Space Telescope. But some of them will also have dust disks around them, and you can see some dusty areas around a couple of these stars that are likely the shadows cast by disks, the disks of planetary formation around these stars. So when a star forms, leftover material swirls around it and will condense into a disk, and that disk will then begin to fragment over time into planets. The whole process could take a few million years. It's relatively quick, astronomically speaking, if not in terms of human lifetime being relatively quick. But those disks, depending on their orientation, could cast shadows on the background material, allowing us to see them and seeing the evidence of a star system in formation. Now, we know pretty well now that star systems are relatively common, and planets seem to form very easily outside of our own solar system. This is not something that we knew for sure decades ago, although we had pretty good suspicions that it was, that we'd see disks of dust around stars. But now we've begun to detect thousands, and in fact over 6,000 planets outside our own solar system, which gives us pretty good confidence, since we're just getting started in detecting those, that planetary systems are relatively common. And we can see some of those here in the relatively nearby star-forming region that we're looking at today. Now, the stars that form first are the most massive stars. They form very quickly, and they also go through their lives quickly. So within a few million years, many of these stars will be gone. They will have gone through their lives. Many of them will have become supernovae that will explode and end their lives in a very violent manner. Now, that is the case with almost all massive stars. Most stars, like our own sun, end their lives in a much more sedate manner, just expelling out their outer layers relatively quietly without undergoing a supernova explosion. So no supernova as of here yet, but probably something to look at over the next million years, as supernovae will go off in this region. So that was our picture of the day for October 25th of 2025. It was titled Webb's Rho Ophiuchi. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.